Hello students, in last video we studied monotonic increasing and decreasing function. Withdrawing your attention from monotonic increasing and decreasing function, you can see here that if function goes on increasing, that is dy by dx is greater than 0. Now you just take the example of this curve. I have already drawn so many graphs here, and here you can see that dy by dx before this point is greater than 0, and that is why if any increasing function ceases to be increasing, we can say that point as local maxima. Or in other words, if any function fx ceases to be decreasing at any point, we call that point as local minima. Actually, the word local is being used that in its neighborhood, say epsilon, you can take here, say this is the point C, and then in this neighborhood on both the sides, whether let epsilon is the small positive, and then in this neighborhood, that is C minus epsilon and C plus epsilon, C minus epsilon, this is increasing, and in C plus epsilon, this is decreasing. You can understand with the help of this tangent also. See, this is the greater than 0 and this is the less than 0. But since this starts from positive to negative, this changes from positive to negative, and obviously there will be one point which is 0, and at that point the dy by dx will be 0, and this point is called as local maxima because this point is maximum value with its neighborhood. But in the same curve we are getting minima also. Here you can see another point, say D, and then in this neighborhood, say epsilon any positive integer, or you can take any positive integer h, that in this neighborhood also, that is D minus epsilon, and this D plus epsilon, this ceases to be decreasing. That is, you can see here, this is the tangent and this tangent is less than 0, and then here this tangent is greater than 0, and that is why this is decreasing and this is increasing. At this point this is ceases to be decreasing, and that is why local maxima or local minima are those points on any curve where the function ceases to be increasing or decreasing respectively. Okay, now come on the absolute maxima. We can get so many local maxima or so many local minima in the same curve. You can see here there are 3 local maxima and there are 2 local minima. Okay, and after finding all the values of this local maxima, whichever will be the maximum, that will be taken as absolute maxima or global maxima. This is another word, another terminology that we are using. In the same way, in case of local minima also, the number which is, see, this is local minima, this is also local minima, and from these 2 local minima, whichever will be the minimum value, that will be taken as absolute minima. And that is why overall we can see in this curve that we are getting 1, 2, 3, like 2, 3, yeah, this is also local maxima. Okay, and whenever we are talking about local maxima, this is maximum value with respect to with its neighborhood, as here or here also you can see. And then in case of local minima, we are getting 2 local minima. Whichever is the maximum value from all these 3 local maxima, that will be taken as absolute maxima, and whichever is the minimum value from all these local minima, that will be taken as absolute minima. And this is not necessary that local maxima is more than local minima. This is not necessary. Here you can see in this curve that this point P, this is the maximum and this is also maximum, okay, and this is the minimum and this is the minimum. How we are getting? You can again see the concept of tangent. This is the tangent and then this is the maximum, and here also this is less than 0 and this is greater than 0. The point where this ceases to be decreasing, we can say minimum, and this is maximum. But whatever this value is less than this value, but this is the minimum and this is the maximum, and that is why this is not necessary that local maxima is maximum value from all these. Okay, this is the maximum with respect to with its neighborhood. This is minimum with respect to with its neighborhood. But once we are comparing with this point P and C, this value obviously will be more than this value. Okay, and this is the concept about local maxima and local minima. And in some of the cases where dy by dx does not exist, as in this type of curve, then also we can find local maxima and local minima. And you can see here, say this is C, and in this case, since dy by dx does not exist, then at this point f dash c, this is left of this, left limit of this, here you can see this is greater than 0, and so this is the maximum. And in this way here also f dash c, this is right hand, then less than 0, this is decreasing, and that is why this is increasing and this is decreasing. We can say this is again local maxima. And the example of this, you can see mod of x, where we are taking the positive value, and once we are drawing the figure, that will be like this. Okay, here at point this will be taken, and then though this differentiation is not existing here, but we can define that this is the minimum value which ceases to be minimized here and then increasing. Okay, and that is why this is local minima, we can say. Now again one more topic, and though this topic is excluded this year from your syllabus, but point of inflection. Actually, point of inflection is that point on the curve where if the function increases, see here this function increases and this goes on increasing when passes through the tangent, and tangent passes through that point where dy by dx is equal to 0. Suppose we are finding for any curve dy by dx, and then that is coming 0, and then that goes on increasing. Here you can see, here we are looking that this is increasing and then decreasing, but here this is increasing and then again taking little bit turn, and then again goes on increasing. Okay, and the tangent is parallel to the x-axis. Now dy by dx comes out 0. If we find second derivative, and that will also be is equal to 0, and then but third derivative, that is d3y upon dx cube, is not equal to 0, then only we can say that this point is point of inflection. If somehow we are getting this is also equal to 0, then d4y upon dx square is also 0. In that case, d5y upon dx 5 will not be equal to 0, and you can take the example of this y is equal to x cube. Say dy by dx is equal to 3x square, and this is equated to 0, then this value is equal to 0, and then d2y upon dx square is equal to 6x. This is again 0. But d3y upon dx cube is equal to 6, which is not equal to 0, and that is why x is equal to 0 for this function is taken as point of inflection. And for point of inflection, this line being parallel to the x-axis is not the necessary condition. Here you can see that here the function goes on increasing, and this again goes on increasing, taking little bit turn at point B, and when we draw the tangent at this is parallel to the y-axis, and this is also point of inflection. Okay, and this is all about your maxima and minima, and this way we studied so many terms. Here this is called peak and this is called valley in the terminology, and wherever the points taking turn is called the turning points or stationary points. And this way we covered this topic, and now with the help of this concept we'll solve the questions. Find the points of local maxima, local minima and point of inflection of the function fx is equal to x to the power 5 minus 5x to the power 4 plus 5x cube minus 1, and find corresponding local maximum and local minimum values. And I selected this question mainly because in the same question we are getting all these three concepts that we discussed just now, that is local maxima, local minima and point of inflection. Now I start with the solution, differentiating this. Since this is the real number, domain of this is real number, and because of being polynomial this is differentiable for all x in real number, and that is why we can differentiate this. And differentiating this is being 5x to the power 4 minus 20x cube plus 5x square. At a time we'll find f dash x, f double dash x and f triple dash x, because we have to find point of inflection also, and for that verification we need f triple dash x also. Okay, if that will not come to 0, if that will come 0, then we'll require some more derivatives, higher derivatives. Now for the critical points we are equating f dash x is equal to 0, because at there the tangent is parallel to the x-axis, we just studied, and then f dash x is equal to 0. We are getting the points 0, 1 and 3. These 3 points on the curve where we have to discuss whichever is the point of inflection, whichever is the local maximum point and whichever is the local minimum point. Now take x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, f double dash 0, putting here we are getting 0, and then f triple dash 0 is not 0, and that is why this is the condition of being point of inflection, and that is why this point of x is equal to 0 is the point of inflection. Now take another point x is equal to 1. You just substitute the value f double dash 1, which is coming minus 1, and this is negative, and that is why this is the maximum value. Okay, and then because here again we just cross this, and this is the maximum value. Here you can see greater than 0 and here less than 0, and that is why this is the f dash 0, then f double dash, this is negative value, and that is why this is local maxima at x is equal to 1, and the value after substituting in the given function fx is equal to x to the power 5 minus 5x to the power 4 minus 5x cube minus 1, we are getting this value 0, and this is the maximum value. Okay, in the same way for at x is equal to 3 we are getting 90, which is positive, and that is why being local minima, this point will be local minima, and substituting this value 3 in the given equation, in the given function, we are getting minus 28, and which is minimum value. And this is all about this question. In this question we are getting x is equal to 0 is the point of inflection, x is equal to 1 is point of local maxima, and the maximum value is coming here 0, and x is equal to 3 is the point of local minima, and minimum value is coming here minus 28. This is all about this question. Now next question. Show that the local maximum value of x plus 1 upon x is less than local minimum value. This is again the different concept. In this question you will see that in spite of being local maximum, the value is less than the local minimum in the same curve that we just discussed in the concepts. Okay. Now take the function fx is equal to x plus 1 upon x, and since this is domain of this is real number excluding 0, because we cannot take here 0, this will be infinite, and that is why this is differentiable for all x. Now finding f dash x 1 minus 1 upon x square, f double dash x 2 upon x cube. Now for maximum or minimum value, f dash x should be equal to 0, and then this is equal to 0. There are two values, x is equal to 1 and minus 1. These are the critical points. Now we'll find f double dash x at 1, which is coming out to greater than 0, and that is why this is local minima. Now what will be the value? Putting this value 1 in the given function, we are getting 2, and this is local minimum value. In the same way, f double dash minus 1 minus 2, and this is local maxima at x is equal to minus 1, and we then putting in the given function we are getting minus 2, and that is why you can see that local maxima value is coming minus 2 and local minimum value is coming 2, and this is less than the local minimum value, that is 2, and this is what we have to prove. This is very good question. And now next question. Find the points of local maxima and minima of the function fx is equal to 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cube plus 5 in minus 1, 2 in this closed interval, okay, in this one, and find the absolute maxima and minimum values also. Okay, in this question we will study how to find absolute maxima and absolute minima also. In previous question we studied that what is the concept of local maxima, local minima and points of inflection. Now here absolute maxima and absolute minima. Okay, now again following the same way, we'll find f dash x 12x cube minus 12x square, f double dash x, this value for maximum or minimum. F dash x should be equal to 0, and when this is equated to 0, x is coming out 0. Okay, and then if x is coming out 0, putting this x is equal to 0 in f double dash x, we are again getting f double dash x at 0 is 0, and that is why for this we'll find f triple dash x third order derivative, and then 72x minus 24. Putting the value 0, we are getting minus 24, and which is not equal to 0, and this is the condition of being point of inflection. Okay, now for next, that is at x is equal to 1, we are getting x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 0 we already tested, and this is point of inflection. Now at x is equal to 1, f double dash 1 is equal to 12, and which is greater than 0, and that is why this is the point of local minima. Now since because of being positive, now here putting this value 1 in the given function, fx is equal to 3x to the power 4 minus 4x cube plus 5, we are getting minimum value is 4. Okay, the point is this and the value is this. Now for the local maximum and absolute maximum, since this is given in the range minus 1 and 2, and that is why we'll test at x is equal to 1 also when slightly greater than 1 and slightly less than 2. For these 2 points also we'll try to check. Here you can see x is equal to minus 1 slightly, then f dash x, here see f dash x 12x cube, when slightly more than negative, this will already be negative, and then cube of any negative, that is 12 into negative term, whatever, that doesn't matter because we are testing only positive and negative, and then minus 12x square, then negative square will be positive, and here positive, that is 12 negative, and this is 12 positive. Overall this is being negative, and then this is local maxima at x is equal to minus 1. Okay. Now minimum value at x is equal to minus 1 is equal to, putting x is equal to minus 1 in the given function, we are getting 12. In the same way, at right end point 2, just before 2, slightly less than 2, we are getting again here 12. This is slightly less than 8 because 2 cube is equal to 8. This is slightly less than 8, and in the same way slightly less than 4, and overall this will be negative. Again this will be local maxima at x is equal to 2 also. Okay, and then in this neighborhood this is being local maxima, and local maximum value is being 21, and putting this we are getting 21, and keeping in mind all the local maxima, this is 21 and this is 12, whichever is the maximum that will be taken as absolute maxima that we just studied in the concepts. Okay, and that is why 21 will be the absolute maximum value, and since there is only one minimum value, local minimum, and then this is the absolute minimum value also, and this is your answer. Now next question. The function y is equal to a log x plus bx square plus x has extreme values at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. Find the value a and b. Okay, we are given extreme values, and then differentiating dy by dx, a 1 upon x plus 2bx plus 1. Then since we are given extreme values at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2, and then for this value dy by dx should be equal to 0, and that is why equating this equal to 0 and putting at x is equal to 1, we are getting the equation a plus 2b plus 1 is equal to 0. At x is equal to 2, we are getting the equation a plus 8b plus 2 is equal to 0. Solving these two equations, we are getting b is equal to minus 1 by 6, and putting this value in the first equation, we are getting a is equal to minus 2 by 3. And this is the answer. This is all about this exercise. Now we will study applications of maxima minima in practical problem in next video. Okay, you can get few good questions from my website given in the description. Thank you.